Welcome everyone to our second video. So I'm still solving the same problem. So in the first video, the video that I uploaded before this one, I solved it using substitution. I just didn't want to make a long video. And then on this one is basically part two. And then on this one, I'm actually solving this one using simultaneous equations. All right, basically it's just eliminating. I mean, when you get to varsity, you can set this one up into a matrix, and then you just basically solve using a matrix. But don't worry, if you don't know anything about matrices, don't worry. And then matrices will just allow you to actually solve a system of linear equations. So, but then this one is good enough. I mean, if you just have like two variables, three variables, three equations, it's fine. You can use the method that I'm using. Yeah, but once you have more than that, it becomes a little bit difficult to actually use the method I'm using. In a way, when you're still solving matrices, you'll still be doing that. But yeah, all right, you'll see it when you see it. Maybe I'll just introduce matrices at some point. All right, so do like the video, do subscribe, do check the description to see where the email and also how to actually contact us on social media, Facebook at the moment. And then otherwise you can just subscribe, like our videos, share as well with your friends, and just make sure that everyone knows that they can get help. All right, so the first thing that you have to do here is to decide what is it that you want to eliminate. First, you have to eliminate something. You don't know x, you don't know y. So from both equations, you must check which one is easy to eliminate. Right? Sometimes you may have to divide, sometimes you may have to multiply to make terms to be equal. So for instance, one term I have 3x, on equation 2 I have x. So I can't, so if I add or subtract these two, I'm still going to be left with something. So if I want to eliminate x, it's very clear that I need to multiply equation 2 by 3 so that this becomes 3x. So that this becomes 3x on equation 2. I have 3x on equation 1, then I can subtract. All right, that's strategy number one. Let me say you wanted to eliminate y. Okay, if you wanted to eliminate y, on top you have y, equation 1, below you have minus 2y. So you can't just add them when they're like this. So what you should do is you should multiply this by 2 first, and then you end up with 2y on top, and then you end up with minus 2 below. Then you can add, you can't subtract now these two, you have to add them so that it becomes 2 minus y. So that's a strategy. So it's up to you. So what I will do, I'll do the x, I'll just do x. I'll start eliminating x first. All right. So as I've said, what I will do is I'll just take equation number 2, multiply it by 3. So I end up with equation number 2 is this one. When I multiply it by 3, I must do it on both sides. I must say 3 on the left hand side, and then there's equation 2 on the left hand side. This is the left hand side of equation 2. And then I have equations equal sign, and then I must multiply the right hand side also by 3. So I end up with 3x minus 6y is equals to, why am I saying 15? I'm ahead now. I know it's going to end up being 15. Then now it is 15. Right, call this equation number 3. This is equation number 3. So now you have equation number 3 that looks like this. Equation number 1 looks like that. So you can say that now I can do something. Since the signs are the same, you can just say equation 3 minus 1. Okay, so you can say equation 3 minus equation 1. If the signs were not the same, let me say for instance I had a negative here. In order for you to get rid of this, then you were supposed to say equation 3 plus 1. Okay, so if the signs are not the same, you must plus. If the signs are the same, whatever it is that you want to get rid of have the same signs, then you must say minus. All right. Okay, so in this case, since the signs 3x and 3x are the same, I'm going to say minus. So what is equation 3? The left hand side of equation 3. Write the left hand side first. The left hand side of equation 3 is 3x minus 6y. That's the left hand side of this. Okay, that's fine. Put it into brackets. This is just equation 3. Then the minus sign, there's the minus sign. What is equation 1? Equation 1 is 3x plus y. Then I'm done with the left hand side. I have done both the left hand side of equation 3 and equation 1. So I can put the equal sign. Go back to equation number 3. Look at the right hand side is 15. And then minus this minus is this minus. What is equation 1? The right hand side is 4. So it looks like that. So basically you end up with 3x minus 6y minus 3x minus y. This is equals to 11. So this and this will cancel. You can see this one and then minus 6y plus that. Okay, so you left with 6y minus y, which actually equals to 11. So this is minus 7y is equals to 11. And then you end up with y is equals to minus is minus y over 7. All right, you could, if you want, you could say this is equation number 4 if you want. That is if you want. You could say that's equation number 4. Then take that equation number 4, which is y, substitute it to any. You can choose whether you want to substitute it on equation number 1 or equation number 2. It's up to you. You're going to get the same answer. I'm going to substitute it in equation number. Since I worked with equation number 1 here, I'm going to substitute it on equation number 2. All right. So equation number 2 is x minus 2y equals to 5. So where I say y, I'm going to put this minus 11 over 7. So I end up with x 2 minus 11 over 7 is equals to 5. Okay. And then from here, I end up with x plus, because this minus multiplied by minus, and then I have 22 over 7 is equals to 5. You take this one and then you put it here, and then you end up with x is equals to 5 plus 22 minus, sorry, not plus, minus 22 over 7. All right, so this could be written as, so I'm hoping you have done fractions, you know how to add fractions and whole numbers and stuff like that. So this is the same as 35, because you're going to say 7 multiplied by 5, which is 35 minus 22 over 7. And then when you actually do that, you'll find that your x is going to be, this is going to be 13, because 13 minus 20, 5 minus 2, and then this is going to be 13 over 7. Even if you use the equation number 1, you still get the same answer. You should get the same answer. Otherwise, you made a mistake somewhere. If you don't get the same answer and there's a way to test it, go watch the first video, and then at the end of that first video, I have shown you how you can actually test if your answers are correct or incorrect. Otherwise, guys, these are the final answers. Your x is going to be equals to 13 over 7. And your y is going to be equals to minus 11 over 7. Don't do decimals. Don't go to a calculator and change this into decimals, especially when you're doing maths. Otherwise, if you're doing things like physics, maybe at the end you may have to actually use decimal places. With physics, we prefer decimal places. In maths, we don't. All right. Otherwise, guys, I think this is a very good introduction in our mathematics questions that we'll be solving. Otherwise, guys, cheers, and don't forget to send me your questions that you want me to look at and so. All right.